It wasn't supposed to feel like this. Graduation day was meant to be loud, full of hugs, proud tears, and full of one specific voice rising above the crowd. Her father's. Ever since she was a little girl, Maya's father had a ritual. Every night, he'd sit beside her with a worn copy of The Power of Positive Thinking and say, "You're going to walk across that stage one day, and I'll be the loudest one cheering." He worked double shifts as a mechanic. His hands were always rough, stained with oil, but when he held the report cards, he handled them like they were made of glass. "Education," he'd say, tapping the paper gently, "is your way forward. It's the one thing nobody can take from you." And Maya believed him. Her senior year of college was supposed to be their victory lap. Instead, it became a hospital room. The diagnosis came suddenly. Aggressive. Unforgiving. Within months, the man who once carried engines like they weighed nothing struggled to lift a cup of water. Still, even in pain, he smiled at her. "Don't you dare miss class," he whispered one evening, as machines hummed softly in the background. "You finish what you started." She tried to be strong. She studied in hospital waiting rooms. She wrote essays at 2 in the morning. She memorized formulas while listening to the rhythm of beeping monitors. But one cold morning in November, the machines went quiet. And so did her world. Grief is heavier than any textbook. After the funeral, Maya stopped going to class for a week. Then 2. Her friends texted. Professors emailed. She ignored them all. What was the point? The loudest voice who ever believed in her would not be in the audience. She considered dropping out. She even filled out the withdrawal form online. The cursor blinked over the submit button like it was daring her. But then, she saw something on a desk. Her father's handwriting on a sticky note. "No matter what happens, finish." Her hands shook as she closed the withdrawal page. She returned to class the next day. Not because she felt strong, but because she felt obligated to a promise. Graduation day arrived 6 months later. The campus buzzed with families holding flowers and balloons. Cameras flashed. Laughter echoed across the lawn. Maya walked alone. Her mother had passed years before. She had no siblings, no relatives nearby, just an empty seat in the crowd where her father should have been. As she stood in line with her classmates, doubt crept in again. When her name was called, the applause felt distant, polite. Not like the thunder she was used to imagining. She stepped onto the stage anyway. Each step felt like walking through water. She accepted the diploma with steady hands, but the moment she turned to face the audience, the reality hit her. There was no familiar face, no standing ovation from the man who once promised to be the loudest. Her chest tightened, and then something unexpected happened. She smiled, not because she wasn't hurting, but because she suddenly realized something powerful. He wasn't absent from this moment. He was the reason it existed. As she walked off the stage, diploma in hand, a quiet understanding settled inside her. Support doesn't disappear when a person does. Love doesn't expire. Belief doesn't die. Her father's cheers had simply changed form. They lived in her discipline, in her resilience. In the night, she studied instead of quitting. In the morning, she chose courage over surrender. She didn't graduate alone. She graduated carrying every sacrifice he made. Every encouraging word, every exhausted evening he worked late so she wouldn't have to. That evening, still in her gown, Maya drove to the cemetery. She sat cross-legged on the grass in front of his headstone and placed the diploma gently against it. "I did it," she whispered. The wind moved softly through the trees. For a moment, she closed her eyes and imagined his voice. Proud, loud, unmistakable. And in her heart, she heard it. "I told you." Tears fell freely now, but they weren't the same tears she cried months ago. These were different. These were tears of strength. Years later, Maya would tell her story to rooms filled with young students who felt alone in their struggles. She would tell them, "You might lose people. You might lose certainty. You might lose comfort, but you cannot lose the work you've put in. You cannot lose the strength built through pain." She would explain that sometimes the most important graduations happen in silence. When nobody claps, when nobody sees, when you stand up after life tries to break you and you finish anyway. Because finishing is an act of defiance. Finishing is proof of belief. Finishing is love in motion. She graduated alone, but not unsupported, and not defeated. Sometimes, the loudest applause is the one that echoes inside your own heart, and sometimes, the person you think you lost is the very reason you found your strength. If you or someone you know is struggling with grief or mental health, please know there is support available. We've included links to resources in the description below. Thank you for watching, and if this story resonated with you, please share it and subscribe for more.